This is Dave, the Guru, and another tutorial using Gamesalad. And I've gone ahead and downloaded my provisioning profile with the proper app ID that is linked to the things that I did in iTunes Connect. I've put it on my device. I've put it on in my Xcode library. Then I went and exported my ad hoc and installed it on my device. So there are other videos on how to teach you to do that, but I just want to remind you about those steps. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a test user account. So now we're going to go back into iTunes Connect, and we're going to go into Manage Users. And then we're going to go into Test User. Now, as you can see, I already have a test user account set up. So I'm not going to go through the process with you, but I'm going to explain it to you. So now what you need to do is go set up a dummy email account, Yahoo, Gmail, wherever you want. And you want to set it up, and then you want to use this to make your test account. So you're going to come in here and you're going to put in your name and all that, the email address, the dummy email address that you set up your password and secret questions. Now this, for you younger folks, and I don't mind telling you this because this is a dummy account and you can't buy anything with it. You need to make sure that you fib on your birth date so that I think, let me put some stuff in there. No, it doesn't ask you for the year. I think the other one, it asks you for the year that you were born. So you don't have to worry about that. Just put in any date. All right, select the American or whatever country you're in iTunes Store to test out of. Do all that, set all that up. When you submit it, it's going to be sent to this, a confirmation email is going to be sent to this dummy account. Go in, look in that dummy email, click the confirmation link, and go through it, and then you'll be all set up and you're ready to go with your test user account. Okay. So now that we've done that and we've got our dummy user account, we're going to go to our device. Now, what you need to understand is, and let me just log out of this. What you need to understand is that you need to go into, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into our settings, and then we're going to go down to iTunes, and we're going to make sure that we're signed out of any account that we have. You don't want to be signed into anything. So it wants to look like this. All signed out, okay? Don't sign in with that dummy account into this setting. Once you sign in, and this is where a lot of people get confused, once you sign in that dummy account into any official iTunes place, like here on a device or in your iTunes on your computer. I don't care if you purchased anything with it. I don't care if you set up any credit card. If you haven't done anything other than sign in, it voids the account. So as soon as if I were to go in here right now and type in that Apple ID and type in that password and hit sign in on that dummy account I created, it immediately becomes void as a test account. So you can't sign in that thing anywhere. Don't use it anywhere except the way that I'm going to show you right now how to use it, or the account becomes void. It doesn't matter. As soon as you hit that sign in button, that's it. It's done. It gets stamped as can't be used as a sandbox account. Okay, that's critical. So now that we've shown that we need to sign out, what we're going to do is we're going to come over and let's just go ahead and set up our app, in our application. Here I am in my store on my ad hoc, and I'm going to go ahead and make a purchase. So let's go ahead and purchase the ad, and we're going to see this is the pop-up box that's going to come up so you can get a good look at what it looks like, how you want your text to be, make sure it's understandable, clear what's going on, what the price is going to be, so you have your price point set right, and that's going to show you environment sandbox. Okay, so now you're going to go ahead and say, okay, I want to buy this. Now what you're going to say is I'm going to use an existing app ID, which is that dummy ID that we set up. So let's go ahead and just type in that dummy ID. All right, so now that I've hidden my password from you, I'm going to go ahead and log in. And I had already did it before to test it, but you're going to see that it's going to tell us we already purchased it. So let's go ahead and let's purchase the other one. So let's go ahead and look at that. I say, yes, I want to buy it. And since my ID is already in there, I went ahead and made the purchase. So you can go through and just type that in once in the sandboxing, and you go through and you're going to be able to test all your stuff. And then you can, usually what I do is I'll put a couple of actors in here that give me a display text that'll show me the conditions of the attributes I'm changing, so I can watch it when I do the purchases and make sure that the changes take effect. I didn't do this in this because I know the code already works, and we'll develop it further in our testing, not for this video. So anyways, that's pretty much all you need to know for setting up all your stuff for in-app purchase. And you can also go to the cookbook, and GS Helper has a little more thorough videos out there on how to do it. But I wanted to do a series that kind of walked you through the whole thing. They have stuff on the consumables that you can go through and stuff like that. But the process that you're going to go through is all going to be basically the same as what I showed you from beginning to end. You can find me on the forums under the name Lost Oasis Games. This is Dave, the Guru. I'll see you in the next video.